say you about this? Now we know about the billionaires who lost their lives with the submarine thing. And then we had this guy, Nick, tweet this out, and he says, y'all, eat the rich, the ocean eats the rich, and the people celebrate. Y'all, no, not like that. And then somebody responds to this guy and says, nobody deserves to die 2 miles under the sea. These jokes are evil and depressing to see. And that guy comes back and says, billionaires deserve to die 2 miles under the sea, 5 feet in front of you, in space, over there, over here, anywhere, which is my point. But the point of what I wanted to show you, look at what Kyle says here. Kyle says, damn, bro, I just want to tax them more, not torture and murder them. What say you, Nick? What was your reaction? And I know you tweeted about it, but what was your reaction? Can you tell the audience?
I was tweeting about the story. I didn't see Kyle's tweet and all this stuff because I thought the story was fucking funny. It's weird how Americans divide their sympathy. Like who gets sympathy for what? It starts from the top down. It's very weird. Now, if you're one of the people that say, I hate to hear a death no matter where it happens, that's okay. That's legitimate. But I promise you, all of those people who say that are nowhere to be found when people are victims of state violence, when people are a victim of war, imperialism. They're nowhere to be found regarding the Palestinians. People think I'm over dramatic. People think I just go for likes and clicks because I talk about the Palestinian issue. I talk about the Yemenis genocide issue. No one gives a fuck about that stuff. But they save their sympathy for billionaires and for the people on top of our society. So this was a story of a billionaire dying because he pushed for relaxed regulation of his submarine business. Now, I don't care how many people get upset. That is objectively hilarious. That is objectively hilarious that you had a billionaire like, let's relax regulation. You guys are always, the government always on my fucking ass about regulations. And then you fucking die in an accident. That's
because of the lack of regulations. Yeah. And this is what Margaret Kimberley said. Go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I'm sorry, CJ. I'll let you continue. But
I was just going to insert what Margaret Kimberley says here. Yeah, and she says, events like this separate the serious from the unserious. You are unserious. You are on the unserious side. And this was her reaction.
Absolutely based.
What
imagine actually getting emotionally invested in this. Like the most I got into the story, like you saw my tweet. This story was marinated a long time. I literally didn't dive into it. It wasn't worth my time. And I read to the story, and then when I started posting some memes on Twitter, because this shit was fucking hilarious. Like anyone who's spending any mental energy among the proletariat, your brain is, I'm about to say deep and serious, but that's too mean. You're a victim. Because your mind is colonized. Like I don't even want to call you unserious. Like you're so caught up in the sauce. And this is my general view. Like I see people care about the Kardashians. Like I see people care like you see this celebrity was mean to this celebrity. I'm like, why as workers do we give a fuck about anything that's going on in these millionaires' lives? And why would we care about anything that go on in this boutique culture that we're not a part of? Apparently, everyone that's part of this journey paid at least $20,000, some around this. Yeah. They're not part of our class, not part of our culture. They watch homeless people, they watch poor people die. They looked into. Everyone feel bad for the kid, and obviously the kid died pretty tragic. But people look into his dad, like he's a son of a billionaire, and then his dad was like in oil and gas, an evil motherfucker. He made money on ill gains. So like they made their money based on suffering and human people, but we both feel bad for these people. You know what? If you have a position of mass empathy, I don't challenge you at all. But what I get upset is it is selective empathy.
Right.
Like you motherfuckers walking over homeless people. You gotta see Rome. Rome, Daniel had a mental breakdown when he saw the conditions of the homeless people in LA. Like Rome really takes the shit to heart, and I do too. We don't cover a lot of black trauma story. We talk about the concept. We talk about the concept of black trauma, but we don't cover individual stories because that shit's too fucking hard, man. We feel this shit too much. We feel this shit too much.
Yeah,
so that shit is actually shit that we sympathize with. Meanwhile, people don't give a fuck about none of that. They care about celebrities and billionaires. They want our sympathy to go to them first, and then You got monuments being made to these people already. Meanwhile,
What?
yeah, 60. Yeah, I don't got receipts. I saw this on the corner of my eye. You got some places making monuments to these people for like the advance of science or some bullshit. Meanwhile, you got 60,000 Americans before the pandemic died without health care every year. No one gives a shit. You got Americans still who don't support single payer health care. And they're okay with their neighbors going medically bankrupt and dying, but you want to lecture me about having sympathy over billionaires? You want to know why I heard? You want to know pushback I heard people? I was laughing at this shit on my timeline, and you have people like, "Oh my god, Nick, you're a monster!